What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So for most of 2022, all we heard was bad news. However, it's not all bad news in the United States moving forward. Now in 2022, yes, we saw food shortages. We saw inflation spike to 9.1%. Companies began layoffs. We had a surge in flu cases as well as RSV, and all of this was on top of the virus. Housing became so overpriced that the average consumer didn't even have the ability to afford to purchase a new home. Credit card debt was at its highest level ever, and even the US savings rate, it dropped to the lowest levels since 2006. All of 2022 was a real problem. However, in 2023, we are already getting some good news. Now, I want to address what some of this good news is, because through all the pain and the hardships and the struggling and the price increases, there is some stuff going on that will benefit us in the future, and we are going to see it in 2023. For instance, the drought in California has improved immensely. Currently, there's only one location, and this is as of January 12th, 2023. There's only one location in the northern part of the state that is in an extreme drought. Everywhere else is better than that. We're also seeing that the snowpack in the Sierra Nevada has surpassed the levels of April 1st, meaning we're roughly 2.5 months ahead of schedule when it comes to our snowpack. And again, the snowpack is essential for keeping water flowing throughout the state for the rest of the year as it melts off. This also means that the fire season in California and the surrounding states is likely going to be delayed. It will probably be delayed into August, September, October, maybe even November of this coming year. And it could also mean a modest fire season. The only bad news is with more water also comes more, trees and shrubs and bushes and things like that, which can easily burn. So there's some good news, but also some bad news. Now, another positive sign in 2023 is inflation. We are seeing inflation trend downward. This is good news. However, the only problem is it's trending downward because the Federal Reserve is raising rates. So there's a reason why it's going down. Now, the good news here is that interest rates are still fairly high. So as interest rates come down, this is going to mean inflation as it drops. This is going to be better for us as an economy. We also know as inflation or interest rates rise, housing costs are going to come down very soon as well. So if you're looking to buy a home in 2023, then you might be in luck towards the end of this year. But again, now is probably not the time to be buying a home. Now, what about for renters? Because I know not everybody here on this channel is considering buying a home. Some people want to rent, some people are forced to rent. And so what about renters? Well, as home prices come down, this will mean that rents won't keep rising so quickly. And in some cases, rents are going to have to come down as well. Now, I know a lot of people have been saying that they're struggling due to rising rents. So this could be the relief that many people are needing very soon. And if this is the case, hopefully your rents do come down. I remember just last year, I had a lot of people here on this channel tell me that their rent went up like 30%. One person said it went up $500. They're only paying $1,000 in 2021. As soon as 2022 hit, they had to pay an additional $500. They were paying 50% more. It went up from $1,000 to $1,500 in the matter of just days. That's a big issue. But we're not going to be seeing that in 2023. Also, let's talk about the benefits for the lower income households. We saw Social Security's cost of living adjustment rise by 8.7%. This means that the average beneficiary is going to get about $140 additionally every single month. We also saw Medicare Part B. This decreased by $5.20 every single month. And also Medicare Part D, this decreased in price as well. Again, this is all really good news that prices are coming down, because this means that our dollar will be stretched further as opposed to being cut and actually going much less. So good news there. The other program that did see a substantial increase due to the cost of living adjustment was SNAP benefits or food stamps. SNAP beneficiaries saw an increase of 12.5%. This was a pretty substantial cost of living adjustment, but this was also very needed. This was a needed increase, especially when we've seen food prices rise so quickly. Just eggs in December, and we saw this report come out this morning. I addressed this earlier today, where just eggs in December rose by 11.1% month over month. That means if we factor this out for a year and annualize this, it's 133%. 133.2% of an increase in 1 year. That's insane. But we are seeing some good news with food as well. For instance, fruits and vegetables, they have decreased in price by 0.6% month over month. So that's good news there. Not everything is going up and surging through the roof, which means we can potentially afford some fruits and vegetables. So let's go out and buy those, and we'll eat the meat later when it comes time for it to go on sale. Now, if this wasn't enough good news, there's still reports coming out of the House of Representatives that they are looking at passing bipartisan bills. This is actually some interesting news. I didn't think we were going to see this so soon. I thought Republicans were going to pretty much do whatever they can to move away from all the Democratic bills. But as of today, the House actually passed a bill that would ban China from getting U.S. oil reserves. This is from our Strategic Petroleum Reserve. The House actually passed this bill 331 to 97, so an overwhelming majority did vote for this. Now, some analysts state that the House does have bipartisan interest in finding ways to maintain a tough posture towards China, so that could be why this was an easy pass. But does this pass the Senate? Honestly, I don't know. I don't think it will. The way it was written, there's obviously some issues here with the bill, and we can discuss that in a different video. But for now, at least there's good news that, yeah, they do want to work together and pass bipartisan bills. That was the big issue moving into 2023 is we have a Republican House, a Democratic Senate, and a Democratic President. Is anything going to pass over the next 2 years? And a lot of people said no. I was one of those people. But as of right now, at least lawmakers are discussing passing bipartisan bills. So that's some really good news there. So as you can see, there's not all bad news when it comes to the U.S. economy. There's some good news happening. But unfortunately, the bad news does outweigh the good at the moment. But this likely will not last for long. So that's the good news there. Now, one thing I can tell you is there's a lot of stuff you can do to make sure that you are staying up to date with the news. First off, I recommend you like this video and then go ahead and subscribe so you never miss an update. The next thing is just to be aware of what's going on. Go and turn on the news. Don't just go and watch things on TikTok and here on YouTube or Facebook. Make sure you go and turn on the news. If you're going to watch CNN, make sure you go and watch Fox. If you're going to watch Bloomberg, make sure you go and watch Reuters as well. Or go and look into Reuters as well. Again, a lot of great stories out there. There's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of movement, but you need to stay up to date on what is actually going on. So again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.